Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Amy, but you may call me Ames, and today we're going to do a Q&A type video. If you are only subscribed to me on YouTube, I am sorry because I only post like twice a year. If you would like to see me more often, I do stream on Twitch actually consistently. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm on at 5 EST, and on Sundays, I'm on at noon, as long as I'm not playing D&D over on Ken's Tavern, which is another Twitch channel. So definitely if you want weekly content instead of twice a year content, definitely follow me over there. And also Ken's Tavern, because it's run by good people and it's just a good D&D time. And also, if you only follow me on here, you have missed the entire hairstyle. I used to have my hair pink like this, which is the last time you saw it, and now it's like this, but in between these two, I was completely blonde. Yep. It was a time. Was I going through something? Absolutely. Did it look good? At the beginning, but it started to drive me mad. So now we have this nice brown to pink ombre, which I'm liking very much. So I grabbed some questions off of Discord that I got through a Google form that I posted on there. And then I also have some questions that were submitted via Instagram and also a couple over Twitter. So let's just get right into this. What's your favorite thing about streaming? I actually got this question twice, so I figured I'd answer it first. Definitely my favorite thing about Twitch is the community. It is a live stream, so you're talking to people live while I'm like playing video games or making art, singing songs or whatever. It's nice to just like have people to talk to while I'm doing that kind of thing. YouTube videos are fun to make, even though you wouldn't think I would think so since I only post twice a year, but I am talking to myself and it's kind of like a lonely endeavor. Whereas on Twitch, I feel like I really have a community over there. I've met some really great friends through Twitch. My favorite thing about streaming is definitely the community that you can find, both as a streamer and also a viewer. Who/what inspired you to play the ukulele? I got my first ukulele after high school, like right after I graduated. It was a graduation present from my sister, and I got one because I was very inspired by Dodie Clark and Tessa Violet, both of whom are YouTubers who turned into musicians. Both of them really inspired me to play the ukulele, so if you like my ukulele covers on here, I can definitely thank them for that. What are your ambitions for streaming and art? This is a good question. So if you follow me on Twitch, I have been doing some art streams over there because my sister got me an iPad for my birthday. I really wasn't expecting that. Very thankful though. And I downloaded Procreate, so I've been doing art on there and I'm very much enjoying it. I actually started my first art class. Like today I did my first sessions. It's a lot of fun, a little bit overwhelmed, but it's a good time. But in terms of what my ambitions are for streaming and art, I don't know if you mean together or separately. Let's just say that you mean them together. I would just like to be able to stream myself making artwork that I enjoy making and like have an end result that like I really like, which is why I'm taking art classes, because I'm alright at art. I've posted some things on Twitter. I'll put some like pictures of things that I've drawn on stream, but I definitely do want to get better at it. I'm not very good at drawing people. That's why I'm taking the art class. It kind of is centered around that. But yeah, I would just like to be able to do more art streams and just like better my craft at art because I enjoy it as a hobby. Maybe one day I'd like to make like Twitch emotes, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Amy, when are we playing games together? So I know exactly who submitted this because there's only like one person online who still calls me Amy, and if that's not you, don't call me Amy. I like to be called Ames more than that. Dude, it's all on you. Download Apex Legends and let's play Apex together. You know that's what I play. If not pink, what other color would you want to dye your hair? I'm not really sure because I've gone through a lot of colors. I don't really like any cool colors on my hair. I've had blue. I've had like a cool purple that like fades into gray. I don't really like that. Really like the pink, which is why I keep going back to it, but it is high maintenance, which is why I went to this ombre instead of like the full pink this time because it's a lot less high maintenance. I had like this warm like pinky purple, which I think is a bit of a cop out because it is a little bit pink, but I did like that, so I would say probably if I didn't have my hair pink I would go to that, but probably not all over again. It's just so much work to have your whole head a fashion color like that. It would probably be an ombre like this. It would be kind of cool to do like orange. It's been a long time since I've had my hair like red or orange, but again, probably an ombre. How many Jags is too many Jags? This is a very specific question from my Discord. Basically, I have a mod in my Twitch and my Discord that is named Jag, and we did a subscriber request stream where I like did drawings for my subscribers and I like posted them in a Dropbox, and I put like Jag 1, Jag 2, Jag 3 because Jag had requested like a couple different artworks, but apparently I accidentally posted my friend Jenna's artwork artwork that I made for her under Jag 2. So she made herself Jag 2 and then someone else made themselves Jag 3 and Jag 4 in the Discord. So I think we already have too many Jags, just saying. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pull some questions from Instagram. What's it like being an absolute icon? Oh, you know, it's just so easy. What's the best thing to come out of your time in quarantine? Probably just the hobbies that I picked up. I definitely haven't had hobbies in a while, and I didn't have hobbies at the beginning of quarantine. You know, when everybody was making bread, I was doing nothing. I definitely like dropped all my hobbies around like May last year because I think that's like really when it like set in that this is life now for a while. But now, like especially over the past couple months, probably beginning in like December, I've really gotten back into playing guitar and ukulele. I'm making the art. It's just good to have some hobbies. It's nice to feel like I'm doing something, and it's also been nice because I haven't been working at like a normal stable job, which is a bit unfortunate because I am not making as much money, but it has let me stream consistently on Twitch. Like I have a schedule now. Before I used to like only stream like when I was off and when I had enough energy to do it, and now I just am like I'm streaming Thursdays through Sundays and I don't have to think about it because I can just do it on those days. So definitely those are kind of the best things to come out of this entire mess. I would like the world to go back to somewhat normal soon. Don't we all? Where is one place you'd go right now if you could go anywhere? They also mentioned that this is if lockdown and quarantine and all that fun stuff wasn't in place. I would like to go to Chicago. I've really been wanting to go to Chicago for the past couple years. I think that's the first place that I want to go if I can afford it after all this. Definitely Chicago, and it might be because I'm a really big fan of Fall Out Boy. You know how it is. I want to like stand where Patrick Stump stood, like on the bridge and all that stuff. I'd like to see the Bean, and I don't know. I just want to hang out in Chicago. I feel like that's not a very typical answer. Like, why wouldn't I go to like somewhere outside of the United States? I've really wanted to go to Chicago for a long time, so I think that is the most like plausible place that I could go after quarantine / lockdown / whatever. I know you asked any place, but I just want to go to Chicago, okay? Now these questions are off of Twitter. You always have a lovely community in your streams when I stop by. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. How much does that community help motivate you to keep streaming? So much. Like I said earlier, my favorite thing about streaming is really the community. Back in like September, I was in like a very crappy mental place. I was thinking about stopping streaming, but I'm so glad that I didn't because like sometime like around that time, like maybe like in October or something, like Twitch really seemed to like pick up for me, and I felt like people really wanted to see me, and it's just nice to kind of feel wanted, you know, like people look forward to my streams and want to like hang out, watch me play games, whatever. So definitely it helps like so much. How did you get interested in video games and what led you to start streaming? I got interested in video games basically since I was born, which I know sounds like kind of lame, but I believe my first console was a Nintendo 64 when I was like very young, playing like Pokemon Stadium with my dad. First console I think I had like that was mine was a PlayStation 2, and I really like playing Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. But in terms of what made me start streaming is I first got on Twitch I think sometime after I graduated. It might have been before, I'm not sure. I didn't have an account when I was doing this, but I was watching the Sim Supply on Twitch, and he plays Sims, and I was watching him like before I even made an account, and that was kind of interesting, but that didn't really inspire me to start streaming because he's such a big streamer. It didn't really seem accessible to me, but it did get me on the website. Sometime later I made an account, and then I started watching Ricky Pointer, who has a YouTube channel and also a Twitch channel obviously, and she is definitely one of the biggest reasons that I too started streaming because it just seemed like it was something that I could also do. So yeah, if you definitely like seeing me on Twitch, you can thank James Turner and Ricky Pointer for that, because I don't know if I really would have found my way to Twitch without them, and eventually started streaming without watching either of them really. Alright, so this is all the questions I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of thing, definitely leave a like, share it, whatever. And if you would like to be a part of this and you weren't able to ask a question, definitely follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, what have you, because I definitely post more on all of those things. But it was really nice to talk to you again. It was really nice to do this kind of video. And yeah, I really don't know how to end YouTube videos anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna go. Appreciate ya. Hope to see you on Twitch. Bye. Do people still do that? Do people still do the hand thing? I don't know. I'm old.